Hi everyone. I feel like it's been so long since I've been able to vlog. Anyway, finals week was about 3 weeks ago. It has taken me that long to decompress and get to a place where I can vlog, and I'm so grateful I'm able to vlog now. Christmas was crazy, New Year's was crazy. A lot has happened. I quit my job, so now I have nothing, I have no excuses, and I have to vlog. Anyway, let's just get straight into it. Finals week was easily one of the hardest weeks of my life. Obviously, I had a couple finals in undergrad, but they weren't cumulative. In PA school, they were all cumulative, and the topics that they were on are just way harder than anything I had ever studied in undergrad. So I was not really prepared adequately for these exams. But it is what it is, and now I know how to study next semester. One thing I did that actually helped me prepare a little bit for finals was in my planner. The week before finals, I wrote down everything I wanted to get done each day. Like all of my teachers, shout out my teachers and God. They provided a study guide, and like what topics would be on the exam. Some of my teachers were even able to break down, there's going to be 5 questions about the heart on this exam. There's going to be 3 questions about this genetic disorder on this exam. So that was really helpful. And then I could figure out, okay, if 5 questions are on the heart, but there's 10 questions on the kidney, I should probably prioritize the kidney and study less hard on the heart. Because I think it's unrealistic to think that you're going to be able to study everything super in-depthly. Oh, hi, Panda. Yeah, I just don't think that's realistic. So I like that my teachers were able to sort of help us figure out what we should prioritize and what we shouldn't. Another mistake I made is that I thought that the week before finals would be crazy and then the week of finals wouldn't be as bad. I could not have been more wrong. This is definitely my fault, but the week before finals week, I was pretty strict on my deadlines. I didn't really go out unless, what was on my little planner was filled out and fulfilled, and I got everything done. And then I did give myself a break. Saturday, I had a party. Saturday before finals week, I had a party with my friends. I studied all day before the party, so I was able to go out and enjoy it. But the week of finals, I was with my family a lot, which I never regret family time. I'm very strict with myself about that. Luckily, I still live around the city I grew up in, so I'm able to see my parents, my grandparents, all my siblings. It's great. But during finals week, I definitely saw them way too much. I was with some member of my family every single day until like 7 or 8 p.m. And then I would have to go home and cram for the exam the next day. So next semester, I need to be a little bit more strict with my family time. But like I said, no regrets. And, my grades were all right. I wish they were a little bit better. Like, I feel like I hold myself to a higher standard than I performed at. But, it all worked out and everything was fine. I don't really know. I think that was my debrief. I was just really stressed. I pulled a lot of, not all-nighters, but I would be up until 2 or 3 just cramming the week of finals. And if I didn't spend as much time with my family, I would have been able to study from 4 to 8 instead of cramming from 10 to 2 a.m. But without further ado, let's get into my grades. I don't remember exactly how well I did on each exam, but we are going to find out together. Ugh, I'm really not supposed to wear my glasses while I'm on my computer or on my phone, so I took them off. They're so dry. Hopefully I don't look crazy. Okay, I'll get into the final grades after. So let's do my final exam grades first, and then we'll get into my final overall class grade. So the first exam I had was clinical pharmacology. That was my first exam. I felt very prepared for it, honestly. What was my grade? Okay. So my pharmacology final exam grade was a 96. So that was super exciting. I felt pretty confident taking the exam, so I'm not surprised. But that was the highest grade I had gotten in any exam in pharmacology. So yeah. My final grade in the class ended up being an 89. And then what my school decided to do this year is they have an attendance policy. So for every one unexcused absence you have, they take one full point off your grade. So I did miss one pharmacy class. I needed a mental health day, honestly. I was just super stressed. And I just wanted to take a day off. And it was a day that I had 3 classes, so that probably wasn't the smartest, but I ended with an 89.09, and I needed an 89.4 to have an A minus. So if I hadn't skipped that class, I would have had 90 and had an A minus, but you live and you learn. I'll be all right. I think the next test I had was human physiology and pathology. Ooh, this was an exam. This one was tough, but Path and Phys was my hardest class all semester, so it was whatever. But one of my professors said that your final exam grade is kind of like the average of all of your other exams, and that was definitely the case for Path and Phys. So like my final exam ended up being an 83, which not great, but like Like my first exam was an 85, my second exam was an 89, my third exam was an 82, and the final was an 83. So I ended with a solid B. My grade was an 85, so I mean, whatever. Can't be too upset about that. My evidence-based medicine, I had a final for that the week before finals. I got an A on it. I got an A in the class, so not too much there. What was next? Oh, psych was next. I had psych the Wednesday of finals week, and I ended up getting, why do I forget? I got a 93 on the final, so that was exciting, and I ended the class with an A. Can I see my final grade? I guess the final number grade doesn't really matter. I got an A. I did well on the other 2 exams. I got A's on both of them, so yeah, nothing much there. And then, did I even check? My next exam was public health. Public health is funny. The first exam I took, I aced it. I did really well. And then we only had 2 exams. It was the midterm and the final. This final was not cumulative. It was just the last 6 or 7 chapters, which was kind of a lot of information. But the first exam was relatively easy. So I wasn't really worried about the final. But then I took the final and I was talking to my friends after, and they were questions that we thought were so easy, but each one of us had a different answer. But I was like, we definitely passed. And I did. What was the... Can I even see the grade? Oh, my final, I got a 91. So I got an A in the class. So that's great. And then, so that was Thursday. And then Friday, my last exam was genetics. So genetics I was kind of killing over the semester, but I'm going to be really honest, by the time I took the genetics final, my brain was so burnt out. I think I submitted my test in 20 minutes. I just wanted to be done. But I got an 89 on the final, and my first exam I got 90, my second exam I got a 100, so yeah. So I ended with a 92.9 in genetics. I think that's an A. Yeah. So my cumulative GPA for the semester ended up being a 3.6, which is the lowest I've ever had for a semester in college, but I am in PA school, so I need to just, take a deep breath and be like, whatever, I pass everything, that's fine. But it brought down my entire cumulative GPA. So the program I'm in, it's like a 3 and 3 program. So 3 years of undergrad, 3 years of grad school, and then I'll finish and sit for my boards or whatever and hopefully become a PA. So this semester's GPA affects my undergrad GPA. So when I graduate in May, this semester has an impact on my GPA, which is really upsetting me because I had a 3.9 something GPA, and I have a 3.8 something. So I'm really hoping that I am able to lock in this upcoming semester that starts next week, so that, you know, my GPA is back on track. Now, obviously a 3.8 is not bad, and even if I get another 3.6, my GPA isn't going to tank. Like, it'll probably be a 3.8 or 3.7. But I thought it'd be cute to graduate with a 3.9 GPA, but that might not be in the cards for me. But yeah, you know, PA school is a pretty tough semester, not gonna lie. I think going into the next semester, I just want better study habits and a little bit better time management. I think my time management is honestly pretty good for the most part, but next semester I have a lot more early starts, which I'm not really prepared for. So squeezing in the gym, I don't have to wake up at like between 4:30 and 5 a.m. every day, which will be different. And then I'm only working Fridays because I got a new job. So I used to work Mondays and every other weekend, and now I'll just be working Friday nights. So I'll have more time I'll have every weekend off, which is amazing. And then I'll have more time during the week to study because I'll have like my Mondays back. So going into the semester with, you know, a fresh mind, everything's going to be great. I'm going to have to, the next couple days, I'm going to have to go through all the syllabi for next semester and see what's going on. But yeah, overall, fairly successful first finals week. I'm proud of myself for finishing. I did not fail an exam the entire semester. And, you know, a lot of people can't say that, so I'm very grateful. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my finals recap. Kisses to you all. Mwah.